Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Youngstown Business Incubator's Innovators Insights podcast. Today, we have a very special episode. I have the women of YBI here with me today. Round of applause for them.
Ooh, but only some of the women.
Only
there
some
are other
of the
women.
Yes, only some. There is quite a few who aren't here, but today we are in recognition of March, which is Women's History Month. We are going to talk to the women leadership, the top level women leadership here at the Youngstown Business Incubator. So with us today, we have our CEO. We call her our fearless leader. And if you can, please introduce yourself. It's not your first time on the podcast, but please, for our new listeners, introduce yourself. And if you don't mind, just briefly kind of tell us what you do and how you so fearlessly lead
Fearlessly.
us.
So I'm Barb Ewing, and I've been the CEO for about 7 years with YBI for about 14. And I do whatever it takes to get us from point A to point B on any given day. So that could be supporting grant writing or having meetings with our elected officials, trying to fill in the gaps when our staff needs something. It might be an introduction to a local company, or it could be assisting with a banking question by making connections. I don't think any job is too tough to tackle, nor do I think anything is beneath me. So whatever needs to be done on Tuesday is Tuesday kind of work.
I'm going to go a little further. I remember it's one of the first weeks I started working. And I got to work and I seen Barb outside with a broom and a dustpan, sweeping leaves.
I had just ridden in and
and I came in. I remember going to a coworker. I said, "Hey, what's Barb doing?" And they're like, "What do you mean?" She's outside with a broom and dustpan, like sweeping leaves, and that's Barb. Like,
well, and I learned that from Jim Kostler, my predecessor, who always felt like first he was passionate about making sure that the YBI campus reflected the quality of our programming, but he also really wanted everybody to know that every job was everybody's. Every job was everybody's. That nobody should look at something and say that's not my responsibility. It's not my problem. So you have to set an example there. And I think you have been the one to say service leadership. And,
service leadership, yeah.
I believe in that passionately.
Yes.
Well, he was referred to as the maintenance man a few times.
He was.
Never been referred to as the maintenance person.
Oh, because my pants fit.
Right.
Thank you for that introduction. Let's move to your immediate right, my left. And if you can please, you are new to the podcast, so please introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and what you do.
So my name is Colleen Kelly, and I am the Senior Vice President of the Youngstown Business Incubator. I have been at the incubator since 2012, right?
Yes.
So going on our 13th year. Yeah, Heidi and I started, I think, just a month after her. Seen a lot of changes. I started out as the Director of Development, and so I've been in this role a little over a year, and I guess I try to manage the
chaos.
Manage the chaos.
Okay.
Make sure that, the programs are meeting metrics, that everybody has what they need, just trying to be that glue, keeping everybody together, keeping the ship afloat.
I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit and what it is you do. What stuck out is the glue.
Yeah.
You are, as someone who works underneath you, the glue to the controlled chaos of YBI. Organized chaos. Yes. The glue for the organized chaos. And we applaud you and thank you for all that it is that you do for our organization. We're going to keep things moving. And again, we have another friendly face of the podcast. Please, again, can you introduce yourself to those who don't know you?
I am Heidi Ruby. I'm the Vice President of Operations. And as Colleen mentioned, I came on 12 years ago in May, and she came on, I believe, in August. Oh, I keep the wheels on the bus. That's probably the best way to explain it. From everything from the lights, the ceilings, the roof, the parking lot,
The payroll.
the payroll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone gets paid.
Big job.
When I started, we had 3 buildings on Federal. We are getting ready to start our 6th building.
Wow.
So there's been a lot in between
A
2012
lot
and
of
today.
miles.
Yeah.
A lot of miles, a lot of heartache, a
Yeah.
lot of tears, a lot of happy tears. But yeah, a lot of
Okay.
miles.
So we have doubled since you've been
Yeah,
here.
we've doubled.
doubled.
In
Wow.
buildings, but in staff.
In staff, we have not.
Yeah,
In
that's-
building size, square
yeah.
footage, we have doubled.
Okay.
But in bodies, we have not.
Okay.
Probably, what, 7 or 8-fold?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
when we
there's
started, there were 4 of us.
and now
Wow.
there's 21 of us.
So 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Okay, well, thank you for all of the hard work, and especially making sure payroll gets out on
Get
time,
paid.
making sure we all get paid. Okay, so we are going to wrap this part of our podcast up with the beautiful lady to my right, everyone's far left, and if you can please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
My name is Stephanie Gaffney. I am the Vice President of Advanced Manufacturing Programs and Operations at YBI. I've been on board now. I'm new to the podcast, but I've been on board. This will be my 11th year. I started in 2014, and as Colleen stated, had many different roles over the past 4 or 5 years, but I've always been the nerd of the group. I'm the ringleader of the nerds.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're very proud. We don't take offense to that.
Yeah.
You can call us that. We're good to go. Any technical question, anything that comes across manufacturing's program, adoption of particular technologies, that's us. We are also responsible for bringing in, I would call them more or less implementation programs and grants that would benefit our region's manufacturers plus manufacturers across the nation. So we have a pretty broad footprint. We will assist very small startup companies all the way to direct contracts with the United States Air Force, Boeing, Goodyear Tire and Rubber. We really touch all sizes, aspects of manufacturing.
Nice. Now, for those listeners, that's a lot. So don't worry, we're going to bring Stephanie back and we're going to have a one-on-one to talk about advanced manufacturing.
One of the
So
many
get
hidden
lost.
secrets of
Yes.
YBI as we are starting to learn.
Yes, the gym of Youngstown.
She's actually, I have to say, you've started the AM program from the ground up. So
Wow.
she
Yeah,
really
because you
did.
were brought in as the AM
She
liaison
was.
Yep.
when we
And
first.
I don't think it really
Team of one.
existed.
No,
No, it didn't.
It didn't. We
Wow.
had, I think, one program for $500,000. And now
That was our very first
with
grant.
our new grant program coming in, we've done well over $100 million in
It's
state,
amazing.
federal, local, and private work
Mhm.
in advanced manufacturing in the past 10 years.
And she has carried most of that on her back.
yes.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Kudos to you.
Yes.
Applause.
It's a team effort. You can't do it.
That is
One
There's
amazing.
person
not
can't
many
do
of
that
them
alone.
either.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she built it from the ground up. They were like, here you go, figure that out.
Wow.
We've got some money.
And I am not the kind of person that likes to be micromanaged. And the relationship when I came on board worked out. And Barb
Yeah, because I'm a
basically
terrible manager.
Barb said, make it whatever you want it to be. Make it as big or as small, and I'll knock down as many doors as I can for you. And she let me hit the ground running with no barriers or roadblocks. So that's what I like.
That's awesome. And it speaks to, again, leadership and the style, our style of YBI's
Right,
leadership.
we do have a style. Don't
It
we?
works
It's
for
a style.
YBI.
It either works for you or
Or
it doesn't.
doesn't.
We
Yeah.
always say we're
Yeah.
not for everybody.
Yeah,
One
that's very
thing
true.
that I really, when we are looking for new positions, new employees, you really have to think about that culture. It's a
Mhm.
wonderful, great culture, but it's not for everybody.
Right.
Sure.
I love it. It works for me, but it's something that we always talk about if it's the right fit for our
Right.
organization.
Absolutely. So you said something, and I'm going to pose this question to all of us here. We've talked about where we've come from and what we've all kind of done to help grow us to this moment. In 2025, there's a lot on the horizon. So in each one of your specific departments or fields and specialties, what can we expect from YBI in the near future? Barb, I will start with you as our fearless leader. What are some of the things that we may have heard in the press recently about some projects coming out, but what do you want to share with our listeners?
Well, I'll let Stephanie talk about Innovation Hub
Okay.
because that's really her baby. But on the entrepreneurship side, I think you will see a shift with more emphasis on advanced manufacturing. We'll still provide software services, but we truly have a center of excellence in supporting early stage advanced manufacturing companies, and those jobs are sticky. They will contribute to the success of the Innovation Hub with the second Vindicator building. There are also some other changes coming to the state funding that supports that program. So you'll see a greater presence for us throughout the region, Asheville, Trumbull, Columbiana, and down into Carroll County.
Okay.
Just doing more good work.
Beautiful. Let's segue over to Innovation Hub. I think
Correct.
a couple weeks ago, we had a big press release about the
did.
Innovation Hub. The governor was here. We had all types of, not military, but OSP. They were driving people in. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. So this is something I think that's probably been in the works. We've been looking at it for the last 2.5 years, and a couple weeks ago, it finally came to fruition. YBI and their partner, who is the lead on the Innovation Hub, America Makes, put together essentially a proposal to say we want to continue to drive our efforts and become the epicenter of advanced manufacturing right here in Youngstown, Ohio. So we were successful in receiving a $26 million award to build a hub
Yes.
in the defense and aerospace sector. It's become pretty clear over the past 10 years with some cluster studies and work that we've done that this area is prime, ripe, rich, and favorable for the adoption of this technology. The supply chain is very robust. So we are continuing to look for efforts, hubs, partners to help us with our journey in becoming the, I'm going to say, world leader in advanced manufacturing.
Absolutely.
Yes, I
Speak it
love
into
that.
existence.
I will. Every
And
day.
in true YBI fashion, we love to a good construction project, or at least I do.
I was coming your way. So take off.
So we
yeah.
love to take a building and turn it into something fresh and new. So this one happened to be in our laps across the street.
Mhm.
I mean, what else could we ask for? So we will see that probably early next year.
Okay.
But the immediate future is the renovation of our main building.
Okay.
We'll be starting. So we'll get some
Much needed.
much needed love
Much
to the
needed
YBI main
love.
headquarters building, which has been that for, we pushing 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years.
Yeah.
YBI has been in existence for just about 30 years.
Beautiful. And our main building, when was our last renovation? Or has it
Like a
had?
little partial.
2013, we
Okay.
did a little
Yeah.
facelift
Okay.
paint, but this will be a little more significant.
This one is come see us when it's done. And
You'll be able to see us from the parking lot. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Colleen.
So I feel like we're coming into a point in YBI where everything is streamlining. We're taking all of our programs, our youth program, our ESP program, our Minority Business Assistance Center, and we're trying to figure out those partnerships and streamline where we're all working together. We're all working for the same thing.
Yeah.
I really see that. I feel like it's exciting. There's a lot that's happening, and I'm excited to see how all of those programs work together.
Yeah.
For instance, we're going to have a bigger focus with AM, with our ESP program. We're also tying that in with our youth program, looking to help minority businesses with that aspect. So I
Yeah.
think we're kind of going in the same direction now, and it's starting to make sense.
Yeah.
So
As someone in the ecosystem, there's a different energy right now at YBI. In this year that I've been with the organization 3 going on 4 years, this energy is different.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's a
Feel
good
that.
synergy.
Yeah.
Not that energy in the past has been bad or anything like that. It's a great,
Right.
great ecosystem. But this energy is just, I don't.
Anything can happen. Right?
Yeah, I don't know
like,
what to
I feel
call
like
it. Yeah,
good. It's positive.
positive
Agreed.
energy. One of you ladies, you said, speak it into existence.
Barb,
Yeah.
That is, I want to say, like that could be a YBI tagline because
Oh,
Well,
Carrington, I love that.
all of our big ask.
Uh-huh.
Barb, you just say, "Oh, we're just going to speak it into existence.
Yeah, we manifest
We
it.
say
We're going to manifest
good
it.
things.
It's going to happen. Oh, they didn't call us. Don't worry, they're going to call." A year later, hey, calls here.
Yeah. We need to sometimes speak things into existence a little faster.
little
Yeah.
faster,
Yeah.
a little
good.
faster.
So
I think we've always been the underdog, and I felt
Yeah.
like we've had to climb our way to where we are. And I think our name now is being recognized more on a national level. And I get so many people that I'll talk to and be like, "Yeah, we've heard of you,"
Wow.
which is nice compared to me always having to
Explain.
and yeah, we've heard of you and we want to work with you, and how can we partner? So that's been, I think, a pretty big shift and change that I've seen over the past year.
Nice. That is beautiful. Well, this wraps up our episode, another episode of our podcast with the leading ladies of the YBI. Again, you all can find us on all our social media. We are downtown. We would love to see you. We are at 241 West Federal Street in Youngstown, Ohio. Area code 44503. Look at me.
And if you can get us that reality show, we are a good time.
Yeah.
We are, no, truly, it's never a dull moment at the YBI. You never know what's going to happen on any given day
Nope.
at the YBI.
Keeping it real.
Yes, we definitely do a good job keeping it real. We would love to connect with you also. Please, you can go to our website, ybi.org. You can find out any and all information. All of our contact information is there. Any of those small businesses who are looking to do business with us, who are interested about advanced manufacturing, please go to our website and we would love to connect with you.
And I'm going to jump in. I know
Yep.
you're wrapping up, but not just manufacturers. We want any
Yes.
and all small businesses.
Any and all, yes.
We truly are passionate about supporting every entrepreneur. That is
Yeah.
our current tagline.
Yes.
And Jessica's not going to let you change it easily. She likes the letter E.
Yes.
Elevating every entrepreneur.
Yes.
Makes sense.
It does. It does.
Whether you're a traditional business or a technology-based business, we want to talk to you to see how we can support you.
Absolutely. I know in our department, we say there are no fires. So come talk to us. I'm sure there's someone in our organization that can help. And if we can't help, help is a phone
And I
call
love
away.
that we do that. I
Yeah.
do. We will
Yeah.
find you. the
We will
people.
find you.
It's not us.
Yes, we will
them.
find you the partner to make sure that your dream comes true.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I have. Ladies, is there anything that you want to leave our guests with? No?
Thank you, Carrington.
Absolutely.
Good job, KG.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to coming back.
Yes, ladies, excellent job. Thank you for taking out a few short moments of your day. And we will see you next time on the Youngstown Business Incubators Innovators podcast. Thank you.